And have you ever been somewhere where your neighbors are just so rude? I mean, they sit there and they stare at you the whole time you're getting ready. I mean, I'm looking at them right now. They're very rude. There's a bunch of them. They can't wait for us to leave. I guess we must have the best grass. Let's go see if we can get an interview. Can I get a word? You want to speak to us on camera? Hello? You've been staring at me all day. What's the matter? You don't want to say nothing? Hello? Hello? I just want to know why you're staring at us. All right, let me give you a quick pan. These are mountain cows. We're in the Bighorn Mountains. They're actually not much of a problem. Sometimes they get curious and all you do is clap your hands and walk towards them and they walk away. That young one right there who's looking at us, some of them are curious. They're not bad. They're just annoying because they're so noisy, but see, now they're showing off. Not a bad stay though, I have to say. Not a bad stay at all. Great place, beautiful place.
Are you ready to leave all these lovely neighbors you've come accustomed to?
Yes, I'm ready to leave a few hundred cows. Let's get it. Hey y'all, we just got to our spot. As you can maybe tell, we have not set things up yet, but we had to run through town and I got a package. Now let me tell you about this package right quick. FedEx delivered it to the wrong spot, but thank God for really kind people who got it back to me. I'm really excited about this, but before I tell you what's in here, let me show you something. And I know this may be embarrassing to some people. It's not embarrassing to me, because we get our money's worth out of stuff. Me and Sean, who's behind that camera. These are my old shoes. Welcome to my shoes. I've had these things for 4 years. Now, what did I do with these shoes, you might ask? Every hike we've ever been on, these shoes. Every time I step outside the rig, these shoes. They're my daily wear shoes. They're my grocery getting shoes, they're my hiking shoes, they're my work on something shoes, fix something shoes. I wear these shoes outside exclusively, unless I wear my flip-flops. We just did a long hike. We did 2 huge hikes in the Bighorn National Forest, and I still wore these shoes. Where's the tread? It's gone.
Show them that flap.
Oh, yeah. This happened on our last hike. Part of this part just came off. You might not know this, but in my one of my feet, I have what's called a neuroma, which is like a little nerve problem. So I need extra cushion, extra support for my feet. Otherwise, they're going to hurt a lot. And it started a few years ago. So anyways, I have to have shoes like this. These have support. I can't fold these up. I'm trying to fold them like this way. It doesn't work. They have good support. They have great cushion. But I've used them and I've abused them. And now they're not cheap. I'm going to tell you, they're not cheap.
Are they good quality?
But we work really hard to save up for them. They're really, really top of the line quality, I think, anyways, for hiking boots.
We're not sponsored, but we should be, right?
Not sponsored, but we should be. So I'm not selling you anything. I don't care if you buy these or not. It's up to you. I don't get paid to say this.
Well, we have had people ask us what type of hiking shoes we use, though.
So even with this tread, y'all, I use these hiking shoes as of today.
Yeah.
So I used to buy the cheapest $20 shoes you could find. And
True.
Those were just junk. They never lasted. They weren't comfortable. They hurt my feet. Anyway, so I had to get new ones. And I'm going to open it. This is our unboxing. And it says Deckers, but Deckers owns the brand. It's called Hoka. Hoka. I highly recommend them. Above anything that's ever been on my feet for the outdoors. Highly, highly recommended.
I'll admit that I actually had a pair of shoes that I duct taped.
Yeah, we keep stuff, don't we, Sean? We keep stuff until it don't work.
Yep. Hey, they still worked. I just duct taped them.
She doesn't have them anymore,
no,
folks.
I don't have them anymore.
Look at this. course, when you have big feet, you get a big shoebox. Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow. Look at the tread on those, Matthew. Compare them to the tread of your...
This is a 4-year comparison, y'all.
And this is the same brand, just different colors. It's the same style, right?
Kaha. I think just the Kaha ones. They were just a Kaha. They don't make this model anymore. These are the Kaha GTX2. I might be getting that backwards, but the words in there are Kaha GTX2.
That's our theater seating. Does it look odd? Let me show y'all over here so y'all can tell.
Is shrinking.
Right. We pulled it away from the wall and it needs to be pulled off even more because, you know, we've had 2 mice in our RV in the past couple of months and we have not pulled this out to vacuum because Matthew likes his Chex Mix and we need to get this vacuumed. Anyways, look how dusty it gets back here, y'all, if you don't wind up pulling these things out and cleaning. And by the way, Grand Design never bolted ours to the floor.
Nope.
They just bounce as they go down the road, right?
Such a Grand Design.
So anyways, we're going, see, here's where they have, I guess those are the bolts right there, but
it only works if you actually attach it to the chairs. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And then we don't have ours plugged in because when we boondock, it just uses power. So we're going to get to cleaning, y'all. And then after we do this part, the next chore is to pull this bench out and those bins and vacuum all under here because we want to get what? All the crumbs up, so no more mice.
And it's good to do it every, 3.5 years?
Yeah. All right. You ready to start cleaning?
I'm ready to get it over with.
These chairs come apart and the thing in the middle is like its own little island, but Matthew's keeping it all together and pushing it all at the same time. Oh yeah, watch your head. See right there, Matt, y'all, the cabinets above the window. I've almost hit my head a couple of times. Yay.
And just so we don't get like a dust headache, we have the Max Air fan going.
Oh yeah, that's what y'all hear. Let me show y'all. There it is. We don't get to use it that much when it's really windy. Matthew, what are you doing?
As if you don't know. I'm going to reassemble the Blackstone for the first time since, when did I get injured? March or May?
It was the week of Memorial Day, something like that.
Okay, so a while ago. And that's what injured me, is picking up the Blackstone, not this, the actual top to this, the big cast iron lid. Pick it up and I twisted with it and that's all she wrote. Couldn't walk for a few weeks. We'll put that video down below. It's actually a series of videos. So now we figured what better week, or in the next couple of weeks, to do it. And we're doing spring cleaning today in August. So you know how that goes. So I figured let's get it out of the RV and let's use it. And I'm just tightening it up. I always level this. And that may make me crazy, but it's a flat top grill, so you don't want the juices to go this way or that way. You want them to settle in the food that you're cooking. And if you want less juice, you scrape it away. So I level it, and it works well. All right, so this is what hurt me, and this is exactly what I was picking up to put it where it is right, well, a couple times ago. And then we both tried to move it because it's a whole mess. Anyways, I picked this up. What I learned is don't do one side or the other, do both sides. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh, it's really dusty on the bottom too, or dirty. Be careful going down the stairs.
As I said, it's not anywhere near too heavy for me. I just injured myself, so I'm a little hesitant. I'm sure you understand. All right, I got one more bin while I'm on a roll. This is all our Blackstone stuff.
And that's not too heavy.
This ain't too bad. All right, here we go. We have success.
How do you feel?
I actually feel fine.
So after the first time you lifted it when you hurt yourself, you felt it immediately. Now you don't feel anything.
And honestly, folks, when I lift this darn thing, I usually lift it with one side. I just carry it with one arm like a heavy piece of luggage. It's not that I'm not strong enough to do it, it's that I just did it wrong. It's like some of you have said. You could be brushing your teeth or sneeze and all of a sudden there she goes. So I'm just grateful to God that I'm able to pick this up, and I'm gonna be more careful to try to do it symmetrically if I can, you know, both arms.
So the next time y'all see the Blackstone, hopefully you'll see something good on it, right?
Oh, we have plans. Ooh, do we have plans?
Yo, look, it's moose. Let me show you this one. That's the bull. And then there's 3 in the forest. We were not expecting to see this. We were just seeing where our boondocking roads were going.
This is amazing.
I didn't realize they're so big.
Oh yeah, they're big.
They're almost as tall as a horse. All right, Matthew, what are we doing?
We're hiking the Mirror Lake Trail, and originally I was going to get to say, and I was looking forward to saying this, have you ever gone on a hike and come back with less people than you left with? But then our friend decided to do the whole thing today instead of camping out, so now we're going to have the same people there and back, which is not as much fun, but we'll make do.
It is fun.
Same people. That's the idea.
And I was going to say, it seems like we're going on a trail with 1,000 of our closest friends, right?
This is one of those super mega trailheads where you have tons and tons of multi-day hikers parked everywhere. So you just got to be creative where you find a spot. All right. We were hoping that the trail would kind of, you know, have less rocks. It's not nearly as bad as the other trail, but it's still got rocks. You missed the root section. All right. Who's ready for a big scenic reveal?
Me!
Sean is. Even though y'all didn't say anything, we'll give it to you anyhow.
Oh, cool.
Wow, that's pretty. Still rocky, but pretty. Man, this is nice. What a relaxing sound too, don't you think? Really cool. And mosquitoes aren't just awful here either. I've seen a lot worse. Let me give you a sneak peek. You see all this? It kind of looks like we might be going above the tree line. And if you don't know what that is, there's a point at which, an elevation, at which trees basically stop growing. Yes, that's a real thing. No, I don't know what the elevation is. Is it a hard and fast rule everywhere? Or is it different to each unique area? I don't know. Google is your friend and tell me, because I don't know the answer either. But here we go. Imagine you could go that way or this way. I'm going this way. All right. Wowie, wowie, wowie. This is an outcropping. I am not on the trail, as you can see. I am at the wowie, wowie, wowie point. Put that in the comments if you can spell that. And if y'all have never been hiking before, not anything like this, and you've always heard people talk about the tree line, what better example than this? Look, you can see there is the tree line. Clear as day. Now we're unfortunately probably not going to go above it from what you can see up here. You know we're adventurous, so we'll see where the trail takes us. We've never been on this trail before. If it's like really close, then maybe we'll just go ahead and do it for a few minutes. But right now, I'm not sure we make it that far.
And on the mountain peak, I think there's a little bit of snow way over there.
Oh, there is.
A little touch here and there.
Can you pick it out? Look between those two trees. You see a little cap of snow.
Yeah.
So check this out. We're in the middle of the woods, miles away from civilization, and there's a bottleneck. Who would have thought that would happen? So this is a creek crossing, and as you can tell, slow as she goes is your way to get across. Place your bets now. There's 5 of us. Who's gonna go in for a drink? All right, I made it. Again, not too late. Place your bets. Who's going in for a swim? She says this is easy. We'll see.
No stick, Sean.
We still have 3 more people to go.
What about this one?
The next one is fine. That big boy ain't moving.
Yeah.
All right, so far nobody wants to swim. Like a master.
Yeah.
And he'll probably just float across like a
He's
magician.
gonna run.
Were any of you positive Penelopes down there? Did anybody say nobody would take a swim? Hats off to you, because I thought somebody would. All right, we're about to get to the lake. What do you think so far of this trail? Honest answer.
I like it because it's got a creek and a waterfall. But if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't get very high rankings because it's rocky, but I don't think it's as rocky as the other one.
All right, there's our friends. There's Sean. Welcome to Mirror Lake. Look at this. Right close to the tree line. Can you see where the tree line ends up there? There's a little bitty cloud puff up there. Huh, that's cool. It could be miles away from us for all I know. I don't know. This is really pretty. An alpine lake.
Okay, folks. It's cold.
He says it's cold. Oh, wow.
Woo. Go under the waterfall.
There he goes. Crazy man child. Wandering shores under the waterfall.
All right, y'all, again, we're done with the trail.
We finished the trail, and right now we have burned 2,366 calories, which is pretty awesome. We have climbed 1,181 feet, and we went 7.15 miles. What was your favorite part of the trail?
The waterfall, I would rank it a 4 because I love the smell of the forest, the waterfall, and the reason it's not a 5 is because it's still rocky and it was longer than all trails said it was going to be.
Yep, but if you can only do part of it, I would go to the waterfall. The waterfall is amazing. I would say it was a solid 4.
Yeah, and then let
good
us,
views.
Right, and then let us know if y'all would jump in the waterfall like our friend did.
If you're that crazy, we want to see you show off. Put it in the comments below. You would do it.
All right, y'all, I'm fixing to give you our tour here at our 3rd boondocking spot here in the Bighorn Mountains. We're still camping with friends. We got a nice open spot with no trees over us, but look at these mountains on this side. This is like the best side over here. These mountain views. You see that nasty cloud. It's probably going to rain sometime today, or maybe it'll just pass by us. That would be nice. And then look at all the mountains over here. And then you got mountains over there. So I would say this is another boondocking site with 360-degree mountain views. We just pulled off this 2-track road, and then we just set up camp here with our friends and kind of did like a little, what is it, circling the wagons type of thing.
All right, y'all, look, I'm doing this through the window because I don't want to miss it. There is a moose. Look at that. Where's the other one, Sean? Oh, that's the cow. And there's the bull. From what we know about moose, they do not like being out in the open. They like being in the tree line because that's where their food is. Look at that.
Y'all, me and Matthew were out on a hike and this snake scared the bejeebies out of me. Ooh.
It's just not harmful at all if
How
you
do
don't
you
bother.
know?
Because it's minding its own business. If you mind your own business and leave it alone, it'll be fine.
So is it a poisonous snake?
I don't have any idea.
Oh my goodness, that could have bit me. All I wanted to do was get a picture. Uh-oh, it's coming towards me. Alright, y'all, me and Matthew are out exploring. And how many of y'all think this used to be a cabin? It looks like a miniature cabin. I mean, look at the
Miniature cabin for miniature people.
the logs, and look at the fire pit.
I'm guessing it's a cabin.
Cool.
I'm guessing it's a cabin from way back in the day, and a lot of it's just gone.
How many of y'all want to go inside?
Me?
Alright, go inside. Will he fit, y'all? Wow, you had a squat. Okay.
Alright, stand up right here where there's no roof.
It's like a dirt pile right there.
Ooh, that's useful.
This is the roof.
Uh-huh. This is kind of neat.
Pretty neat, y'all. Pretty neat. Now, how old do y'all think this is? Drop us a comment below. And then look what your view is out your front door, y'all. Dun, dun, dun. Bam! And this is a boondocking spot. The people that were here just left today at 5 p.m. I'm not sure why they left so late. So once they left, we wanted to come check out this site. It's pretty amazing. Where Matthew, where is he? Where he's standing, that's where we would park our RV because it's open sky, and our RV would back up to, let me spin y'all around again. This view, isn't this amazing, y'all? There are so many pretty spots here in the Bighorn National Forest. I mean, the camping is just unlimited here. All right, y'all. Look at all the firewood the previous campers left. Like I said, they left at 5 o'clock today. But that's not the coolest thing about this site. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of breath. But Matthew wants to show you. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that. It's like a homemade teepee, right, Matthew? Is that what you would call it?
Let me out.
How cool is that? They build it around this pine tree. Look at that, y'all.
This is really cool. There's Sean. You can see her through the teepee. And you can see, I mean, it's very crude, but I think it's well built. Look up. Just leaned up against the pine tree. Isn't that neat? Obviously, if one of them falls, a bunch of them are going to fall, but this is not the only one. You can see they started putting pine needles around the edge of it. You could really do this up, but there are a few of these out here in the forest. I don't know who makes them or why, but pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can fit out the door.
All right, y'all, it's happening. But
Oh, there we go.
I think for the first time ever, he's gonna have to clean the blackstone before he uses it.
Now, I always clean the blackstone when I'm done. It is completely 100% ready to cook, but since I injured myself carrying this big heavy thing, I haven't used it in months. So you can see a couple of grass fibers here and there and whatnot got on here. So needless to say, I'm gonna clean it because I know how. And I'm gonna say this, I think the biggest mistake, I am not the biggest blackstone expert there is. I wouldn't even call myself an expert, but one thing I do know from years of using this beautiful thing, the biggest mistake I see people do, and I see a lot of people do this, they wait to clean it until they use it again. Don't do that. Just don't do it. That is not good blackstone practice. I know it's easy, it's a little bit daunting to want to clean this thing, but if you know how to clean it right, then it's not that big of a deal. In fact, I look forward to cleaning it because it's so amazing. Burnt on crusted barbecue sauce, I've never had a problem getting off. Never. So if you watch our video, it's an older video, it's not the best, but it tells you exactly step by step how to clean this. Do it when you're done cooking, you're done eating, you've had this off, turn it back on, do your cleaning, and it'll be 100% ready for the next time unless you get injured and you don't touch it for several months.
And y'all, I don't know the last time we've cooked on the blackstone, so for all of y'all loyal watchers out there that have been watching us for years now, drop a comment below. When is the last time we used the Blackstone? Because today is August the 18th, and I honestly don't remember. All right, y'all. Matthew gave me the word. The peppers are coming off the Blackstone.
It's a little bit windy, and here's the deal. The flame is under here. You can't really see it, but this right here is a cast iron. This is the body of the grill, and in the middle, you got flame. So the flame can come all around, the wind can come all around it, and it can...
There's a hole there, you can see.
And when there's wind in there, what does that do to the flame? The flame's low, it's high, it's low, it's high. It's very inconsistent. It's not good cooking. So we got this idea from somebody else online. It's not our idea. We got these at the Dollar Tree. Now, if you actually find these on the Dollar Tree, it's a miracle because it's kind of hard to get them, but when you get them, these are grill scrapers. If you find them somewhere else, they're just thin stainless steel grill scrapers. They don't rust, they don't anything. They're just very useful.
And a hint, you can usually, if you're going to find them in the Dollar Tree, they'll have them in the kitchen section.
Yeah, they're grill scrapers. Yep.
Y'all, look how much food. Matthew is like, I don't know if we have enough food. We need to add chicken because all we were supposed to have was peppers and onions and sausage. And he's like, no, I think I need to add another meat.
Yep.
All right, y'all, here is what we're having. Potato salad. And the final product that Matthew cooked on the Blackstone, the peppers, chicken, onions, and peppers. And here's everybody. Hello. And there's the birthday boy.
Thank you.
And then here's the dessert table.
Look what came out to visit. A couple of moose, and that one's staring down the side-by-side. That is so cool. They just kept wandering right out of the woods. Those are two bulls, too. You never know what kind of wildlife you're going to see.
Alright, y'all, there is the truck, the dark horse, and here's the road. And we were just driving, la la la, and we were just exploring. See this rock right here? I want to show y'all that. But then, to get to the other side, see, there's the road. You have to go through this. Let me walk down here so y'all can see. You have to go through this, y'all, and then let me zoom on the other side. There is the road. Now, and you can see bushes overgrown on it and stuff. You can see rock on each side. The question is, do y'all think you would take your vehicle through this to get to the other side? How deep do you think it is? Leave us a comment below, but I will give you a little bit of information. It's called Muddy Creek. So now knowing that it's called Muddy Creek, would you take your vehicle through this? We want to know. Show up comments below. Let us know. Number 1, how deep is it? Number 2, is it muddy on the bottom? And number 3, would you go through it to get to the other side? All right, y'all, we're coming to you live again from another beautiful spot here in Wyoming, still in the Bighorn Mountains or Bighorn National Forest.
It's both, actually, and I have truly loved our time here in the Bighorns. We've never spent so much time here, but I'd say this is one of our favorite regions for boondocking.
And I don't know if you noticed the shirts in the room. We are trying out some new merchandise.
Yep. We designed these ourselves. They're very comfortable, and by the time you see this video, they will be on our website for sale, all different sizes, different colors. We're gonna have 5 different colors for each one, so please take a look, maybe pick some up. They make a great Christmas gift. Ooh, there's the C word.
Uh-oh, it's Christmas season. I mean, you have to kind of plan for Christmas.
You do, and when you see a good deal, you get it while you can.
And let us know, honestly, what you think of them. This is just 2 of our designs. I think we have 4 different designs that might be going live. And our most popular shirt to date is our RV Y'all shirt.
Yep, and we always have new designs coming. So if you check our shop every once in a while, then you'll see different stuff. And we have more than just t-shirts, y'all. So check that out, and you might be surprised what's in there.
So one thing we want to talk about is we broke up with CVS, or I broke up with CVS, because as we discovered, as we got more into Colorado and Wyoming, CVS's are really hard to find. One of the reasons we picked CVS because they were like Walgreens. I think they were really close to each other about how many locations
and good service
you could find when it came to CVS. And now they're closing more and more. I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 left in the whole state of Wyoming. So we said, you know what is around even more than Walgreens, and that is Walmart. And so one of the reasons I liked CVS is because the medication that I have to have, I like this certain manufacturer that CVS uses. Well, we called Walmart and they use this exact same manufacturer. In fact, I think they use 2, but I said, well, I want this specific manufacturer because I like their medicine that they produce or whatever. And they didn't have it in stock, but they ordered it for me, so I was able to get my exact same prescription at a Walmart here in Wyoming. And you can pretty much find Walmarts every hour or so, maybe.
Well, yeah, as you get out west where we are, sometimes it's much harder, but even medium-sized towns will have a Walmart. And the good thing about ordering the medicine through Walmart is it didn't take more than a couple of days at most for them to get it. It took longer for us to make it all the way up to Sheridan than it did for them to get it from their suppliers. So it was a pretty good experience.
It was a very good experience.
And they took good RX.
They were super nice. They spent so much time with us on the phone to get it straightened out. I had 2 different people from that pharmacy call me they said, you know, it's out of stock. I'm like, that's fine. They called me and let me know it was in stock. They told me that it was the manufacturer that I wanted. In fact, when I went to pick it up, the pharmacist herself came up and said, I just wanted to make sure that you got the manufacturer that you wanted. So kudos to the Walmart and Sheridan. Wonderful to deal with.
It was a great experience because you've used this medicine for many years now, and this is pretty smooth. I like it.
And I know what most of y'all are thinking is, well, couldn't you get it mailed from CVS? We actually thought about that, but when we boondock a lot, sometimes you don't have an address to get stuff mailed to, and we did find a campground that allowed us to get packages here in Buffalo, but still, when it comes to the mail, and then if it was messed up, I still like to go to the pharmacy and physically get it. That way, you know, if something's messed up on it, then especially traveling on the road, then I can take care of it easier, I think, dealing with the pharmacy in person.
And we just were a little nervous because we're not sure. They try to automatically refill it in person, which is not a big deal because then they just put it back on the shelf and you fill it where you're at. But when it gets mailed to you, do they keep mailing it to that address? We don't live in Buffalo, so we're not going to always be here, or Sheridan. So that made us a little bit nervous.
And that leads me to the next little problem that we had when I signed up for the Walmart pharmacy. They said, do you want to get text messages? And I said, sure. I never got a text message saying that the medicine was ready, and that leads us to, why is that, Matthew?
So there's no cell towers around here to where we get reception. Not right at this spot. However, that being said, we have Starlink and we can get text messages, phone calls, use the internet all through Starlink. So it shouldn't matter, right? That's what I'm thinking. It shouldn't matter where you are. We could be in Alaska and still get the same text messages, phone calls, and everything else. But it's been weird. It's been really weird. We're on a group text with some friends and like she'll get it and I won't, or I'll get it like 12 hours later, or I'll get half of them and not the rest of them. And I just don't understand it because it's the same Starlink that we use everywhere else. So I don't know. It's been really, really weird. And it's not just us. It's our friends on other carriers who have noticed that too. It's just strange.
And what's funny is when we go down into Buffalo, right when we hit the Grouse Mountain area, which that was our first boondocking spot here in the Bighorns, then our phones start dinging. It's like they find these magical text messages, even text messages that were like a few days old. There's something magical about that place, right?
Yeah, just today, as a matter of fact, we were driving by Grouse Mountain, all of a sudden, ding, oh, that's the text message I was supposed to get from so-and-so.
But let me tell you why that is frustrating. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and she's been giving me updates of another friend that is going through cancer treatments and stuff like that. And so she gave me a really good report on our friend, you know, that was having the cancer treatments, and that's the only text message I had. And so I said, oh, that's awesome, that's great news. And she wrote back and said, about the mice, question mark. And then she put LOL, and then she said, yeah, that is great news about our friend. And I had no idea. I'm like, oh no, did my phone do something bad and send her something horrible? I didn't know. I said, we're kind of not getting text messages like we should. Did I miss a message? And she said, oh yeah, we have mice in our camper, and apparently I didn't get that text. So here I am saying that's awesome, and she's like,
great news, you got mice.
Why is it awesome that I have mice? So all that to say, yeah, we've been missing.
It's almost like a comedy show.
Yeah, we've been missing some text messages, but what's funny is when we just went down to Buffalo, I got that text message, but she sent it like 3 days ago. So
it makes no sense, but I mean, you gotta laugh about it because it's just weird.
So we said, well, there's campers on the other side of this road over here. Y'all saw that creek crossing. We're like, there's no way they take, or the river crossing or whatever, there's no way they take their RVs through there, right? So we wanted to see, how did these campers get over there? So we figured it out, and we drove over there. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was this huge moose
right in front of us,
standing in this road. And my first reaction was the road didn't look that good. And I was going, no, 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 Matthew, we are not going through that. And then I looked up, I'm like, oh, it's a moose. And then I looked to my right, and I'm like, it's a moose, it's a moose, it's a moose. There were 4 mooses, y'all, in one place. All this to say is that God can show out at just a moment's notice, because we were not searching for moose. We were looking for boondocking spots, and God's like, did you want to see some moose? Boom.
But we had been praying about seeing moose because we really wanted to see them.